Hey guys, Steven here to talk about my 2008 Ford F-250 Super Duty and also go over a few of my previous builds over the years. Let's go!
I'm in it just to rewrite history, cause I'm in the mood to label us the leaders of the new school. This ain't for the radio, can't find this on YouTube. This the type of killing that these critics ain't used to. Victorious, victorious. In this day and age, I got time for innovation, time to be creative.
So my build story started when I turned 16. I had a 98 GMC Sierra. I remember it like it was yesterday. I bought a set of 33 by 12.5 BFG all-terrains, and I couldn't sleep every night until they came. And from there, it was just like it started. I wanted more and more and more. And a few weeks later, me and some of my buddies went to Walmart, bought some tint, bought some Plasti-Dip VHT nightshades, and stayed up till 3 a.m. and we had that thing looking like a completely new truck for Automotion that year. Next, I wanted to go a little bit better. Wanted something a little newer, more luxurious in the inside, so I ended up going with a 2007 LTZ Chevy Silverado. Bought it basically stock, ended up putting a 4-inch lift on that. Met up with the guys at Custom Offsets. I was going to school in Appleton and I happened to meet up with Sean, and I bought his 20 by 12 fuels and a set of 33 by 12.5 Federal Garages. And from there I went over to Wayne at Fade to Black, tinted my windows, 35% windshield, 20% on the sides to match the rear, and then just the little details like stickers and stuff. And that was really, I consider, my first decent build that I had that got me going with the whole truck scene. I ended up selling that Silverado. I had posted it on Craigslist just to see what I could get, and I ended up getting what I was asking, made some money on it. And at the time I was hanging out with the Custom Offsets gang, hanging out with Sean and all the guys, and I knew that I wanted to do something different. I wasn't quite positive. So I was just searching the classifieds page, Craigslist, and I happened to come across this 2007 clean Tahoe LTZ down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And the second I laid eyes on it, I knew that I needed it. I had a vision in my head. I knew that that was my next build. And I contacted the guy. I said, I will buy a plane ticket. I'll be there tomorrow. And I ended up heading down there. He picked me up from the airport and drove me to his house. The second I saw it, I knew I wanted it. I paid what he was asking. I got a pretty good deal on it. I thought it already came with a 6-inch rough country lift on it, so it was sitting already with a lift kit on it. I knew that the build wasn't going to be too bad for me to reach the vision that I wanted with that thing. So I drove it home, straight home. It was like an 18 or 20-hour drive home. Totally worth it though. I was smiling from ear to ear the whole ride home thinking about it and what I wanted to do with it. Brought it back up to the guys at Custom Offset, showed them. I couldn't wait to show it off and show it to everybody. Automotion happened to be 2 weeks after that, and I decided I wanted wheels. I wanted wheels and tires for that truck, for the Tahoe by Automotion. I wanted to be looking good back in the truck game. So immediately I ordered a set of 20 by 12 fuel hostages and 35 12.5 Atturo Trail blades for that. And we got it on, thanks to the guys at Custom Offsets. They helped me. They installed it and we had it on and ready for Automotion, and took it over to Wayne at Fade to Black as well. Got 35% on the windshield. The same setup as my Silverado, 20% on the fronts to match the rears. Some decal work that Wayne helped me out with as well. That build could not have went any better, and it was exactly how I wanted it, how I envisioned it that day that I saw it on Craigslist. I made it exactly how I wanted it, and to this day I would have to say that was my favorite build experience. Just the way it all came together and how I flew down to Myrtle Beach to pick up this clean, it was just something else, just how clean the truck was and perfect it was for me, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it, and I made it look how I wanted. So that was really exciting and kind of led me on to my next big build. So now we're gonna head into my 2008 Ford F-250 Super Duty. I know you guys are probably like, wow, you went through a lot of vehicles over the years and what's wrong with you? You probably think I'm a crazy person, but it's one of those things, you know, I live to do it. Once I build it and have it how I want, it's like, I don't get bored with it, but I'm just on to the next. I wanna do something bigger, better. I have another vision that I wanna do, and it's just what I love to do, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. And this is my last build that I've done, my 2008, and we're gonna go over that. I went down to Illinois to pick it up. I had just sold my Tahoe probably 2 weeks before, and I knew I wanted a diesel. I didn't know what I wanted. It could have been a Duramax, a Cummins, whatever. I was not positive, and I just happened to come across this truck. Some of my buddies had been talking about 6.4s and kind of got my interest going in the power strokes, and I was looking and couldn't find anything perfect or with less miles or whatever. I just could not find the perfect one, and I happened to come across this one. The guy had posted it 4 hours prior to me looking, and I texted him immediately because I knew, just because of the price and the miles, that it was gonna go fast. And sure enough, he already had 2 or 3 guys messaging him about him, and I said, I will be down there tonight. I will get a loan, I promise. I'll come down there tonight and pick it up. And I was able to get that loan and head down and pick it up. And this truck had a 6-inch Pro Comp lift on it when I bought it. It had 33 by 12.5 Mickey Thompsons on it with 20 by 12 Moto Metals. It looked pretty sweet when I bought it right away. I originally planned on just leaving it for a while, but knowing me, I knew I couldn't just leave it. I knew I had to do something to make it mine. So immediately Within the first week I had it, I took it over to Wayne at Fade to Black, had the windshield 35 with some decals. I wanted to go a little bit darker just because it's a white truck. This is my first white truck and I love the look of white on black with the super dark windows. So I had him do 5% on the sides just to give it that mirror look. And you'll see later how awesome that looks in all lighting. For my next builds, that's definitely what I'm gonna do, is go with the 5%. It's definitely the way to go for me. So I did that, I did the tint, decals, and then next was I knew I wanted wheels and tires, but I wasn't sure what I wanted. I didn't want to spend too much money on this truck because I already had spent enough, just because I kind of upgraded from the Tahoe. This is a diesel now, and I wasn't positive. So I was looking around and I hit up Sean, asked what he had laying around the shop, if he had any deals or used stuff laying around, and he happened to sell me another set of his wheels, his 20x12 Cali off-roads with 35, 12.5 Arturo Trail Blades. And right when I saw them, I knew they were on his truck, and I wanted to go with it. So I ended up buying them, put them on that same day, and I mean, the truck just, with those wheels and tires, the truck just, it was a complete makeover. And since then, it's like it's just a head turner. Everybody compliments it, they love how it looks, and the wheels and tires definitely change this thing. It looks wide, it looks mean. Going down the road, it definitely turns heads. So I had bought these wheels off of CO2, Sean's white truck, the Chevy Silverado 2500, and the problem was the bolt pattern. The bolt pattern did not match up to my truck, and when he sold me the wheels, he's like, you're gonna need adapters or something, and which was fine because I already wanted to go with spacers. I wanted 14 wides to begin with, and Sean's happened to be 12 wides, so I wanted to at least go with spacers, which was perfect because I needed adapters to go from his bolt pattern to mine. So we got those 2-inch spacers on, the adapters to go to my bolt pattern, put my tires and wheels right on, and from there it was perfect. No trimming, no rubbing. It does have slight rub at full lock, but I rarely ever get to that point. I don't even really notice it. It was like a perfect fit. To me, it is the perfect size wheel and tire ratio to go with the lift kit that was on the truck before. Before it was a good setup, but I just wasn't happy with the wheel gap, the gap between the wheel wells, and now it's, in my opinion, perfect. So what I'm looking to do next would probably, I love the diesel life, I love the attention and everything from it, but overall I would have to say my favorite build was my Tahoe. It made a connection with me, and everything that I did, I feel like I somewhat changed the game up here, just in how I built it and how I made it, just how I wanted it. And from there, I would love to do another Tahoe at some point, if I could get my hands on another clean LTZ. I love the luxury part of it. I love the classiness of a Tahoe. I dream about rolling up in a Tahoe and picture myself hopping out and having a good set of wheels and tires on a new Tahoe. So I think if I could find another one of those, maybe the new body style, who knows, whatever I come across that I can put my mind to and envision something for it. That would be something that I would look forward to doing. Who knows though, if I'm on Craigslist and I find another Power Stroke or Duramax or whatever, if I see it and I put my mind to it and put a vision to it, who knows, if it's for the right price, I'll go for it, just to do something different and try another build. I get criticized a lot for that. All my friends are like, oh, what, can't you afford it, or why are you always selling your trucks? And it's like, I get to the point where I envision what I want and I get there. when I buy the truck, I know what I want out of it. I know how I want to build it. I don't want to put too much money into it. I'm not into the lights and everything, because I realize once you get into that, it's like, that's kind of money that you're putting into it that you might not get out. And right when I build the truck, I'm thinking about the next one. I'm thinking about what I want to do next, what will keep me happy. It's like, I don't get bored with them, but I'm ready to keep expanding and doing the next thing bigger and better, and I can't wait to see what it gets to at some point, because I feel like with every truck I've been getting a little bit better. I've been doing the build a little bit cleaner. I'm learning how to do it. Learning how to do it at a price where it looks great, but at the same time, if the resale value is still there, that's a huge thing for me. I think about, well, if I put these wheels and tires on, am I gonna get this out of it? Or if I put these wheels and tires on, am I gonna make money? And just, that's something I think about, and I think that's helped me, and I've learned throughout the trucks I've done the hard way. And now that I have some experience with doing it, I'm excited to see what will come in the future out of a new build, and see if I can do more, see if I can do bigger and better from what I already have. Thanks guys, I appreciate you hanging out and listening to my story about my builds. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, and keep listening for the next ones, and hopefully my next one. Hopefully I'm on again with my next build, or my next builds, who knows. So stay tuned. Peace.